live. Getting this all last minute set up. Gonna be horizontal screen for anybody who cares. Just getting everything set up. Don't have Wi-Fi back. Still using it work. We'll make it work. We will make it work. Oh, my goodies out here. I feel like some things are missing. They must still be in my pockets. Yep. Let's get the other turners out. Boom. Other turners. Engage. Ninja Turtle in the back. Engage. We don't pop locks without our Ninja Turtles around here. Saturday night, prime time. Think all my English buddies are still awake. Let's find out. All dressed up and nowhere to go. I don't even know what that button does. Alright. Just waiting to get started here. Making sure I got some cool stuff to play around with. Some things to actually pick with. Vice within reach. That kind of good stuff. We'll see what we can make happen regardless. Let's get the mini jimmies up here too. Can't be having fun without the mini jimmies. There they are. Oh, Nico. I gotta tell Nico I'm live. I guess since nobody's here, you guys can wait for a minute while I text Nico, huh? Let's tell Nico what's up. Yeah, reconnecting's important. I had to leave for a second to go tell my buddy Nico I was going to be playing around. What the hell? Where's all my buttons at? This is not the way it's supposed to work. I can't reactivate it if there's no buttons. I'm back, don't you worry. I had to go message Nico really quick. Nico was texting me at the same time I was getting on here, guys. So, I am back. I got some stuff to play around with. Some new stuff. We'll see how it all works out. I'm trying, guys. We're signal drop kinds of stuff. Don't worry, we'll make it frickin' work one way or another. I'm like side-eye you from picking this time, but it's all gonna work out, because in a second I'm gonna just aim it over here and put the vice out. What's up, cheese grits? Yeah, buddy. What's going on, Marissa? Thank you guys for coming. Hopefully it won't completely drop me 50 more times, but the show goes on, baby. The show goes on. I got a new toy. Nothing super serious, but I got my half diamond today. So I've been playing around with it a little bit. That's not what this show is going to be about. I'm actually going to try to pick this stupid Yale a little bit right here that I've never touched. Can't remember if this is the one MrHppy sent me or the other one, but we're going to try and pick it. I've got two of them now. One of them came from Troy. One of them came from Mr. I didn't get this far in live. Machines tell me what's up. What's up, Labs? What's on the internet? Decided that since nobody else was doing a damn thing, I would turn mine on, and here we are. So anyway, whoever hit the like button, thank you for that. Like I said, we'll try to keep things on and working here. I don't know if it's going to continue to work great, but we'll have a good time regardless, one way or another. One way or another, I will force this to make a halfway decent show. Whether I save it or not, it's another story. I probably will. It's not like anybody really watches on half the time anyway. They watch all the shorts, and the lives just kind of sit there for some people to come back and replay. I don't care either way. The views are still piling up either way, so it doesn't matter, Mountain Mick, which ones people are watching. Glad to see you guys all here. I had not shit going on, so I figured why not. Let's play around a little bit. Let me slide over here a little so maybe I won't mess up my own signal too badly. And we'll try to do a little picking around. I jumped on Greyhound's Live this morning, and that worked out better. So maybe I'll actually have some signal. We'll see. We will see. Where did my damn turner go? There it is. Hanging out under something it doesn't belong under. If anybody wants to be really cool, either way, I've never let a little round. Certainly not going to start today. Tennessee will line up with 4. They're going to bring some heat. Newhouse playing around on his Discord server. I was confused by that weird message that guy left earlier today too. It's like a 1-second pocket dial kind of message. No idea what's going on there. Sounds like somebody hijacked his phone like a little kid. Who knows? Publicly chat as Brett sucks. Oh no. I can't let the world know about you, Brett sucks. We're still trying to go viral without you. I don't want anybody to think I'm coattail riding your fame. Oh yeah, that'll do it, Marissa. Yard work and pressing buttons will do it. I've decided that I'm going to play with my half diamond for a minute. And maybe, signal permitting. Oh my God, I don't even know why I left to send Nico a message. It didn't even send him the damn message. Having terrible signal on a phone is not something I'm used to anymore, guys. This isn't freaking 2002. Anyway, if we continue to have things work out, I might just put this Yale in the vise and play around with it today. And yes, Brett, I'm considering the way you see me holding it right now. I don't do down picking ever. So, no finer time to start than on some really freaky Yale, right? One that's already a pain in the butt. Let's start the hard way, uphill, trial by fire. And I've also got this challenge lock number 2 from Mr. Andrew. What's going on, Newhouse? Thanks for coming by, brother. I'm just BSing around and hoping my signal will permit me to have a little hangout session with you guys. It's worse than usual today because there's a lot of rain here. But I've got a new half diamond from Sparrows that landed on my porch this morning. I've been looking forward to playing around with. I got a couple of locks that I haven't picked yet that need to see the vise and a camera. So we will see what happens. Like I said, signal permitting, I will pick around on all of them. And if something doesn't work, I'll just, get one of my buddies to go live and I'll try to piggyback off of their way better signal. It seems to work better when I do that when I'm using the crappy signal. We'll make it work one way or another. But I thought to myself, hey, it's Saturday and nobody else is on a freaking live right now. Well, actually, I think Bando was. Sorry, Bando. I know that you've got a different crowd anyway. You're kind of doing a bunch of survival stuff and whatnot. So I didn't think we'd really be bothering each other too much if I went live. If so, then you can always drop by here and say, Mick, what the hell? And I'll pretend that it's a big deal to me too. I won't turn my stream off, but I'll act like I cared. Yep. Maybe we'll go bottom of keyway. This is a little RB reliability. It's kind of like the Abus that you guys saw me playing around. Didn't even go through. I went back to this live and found out that it didn't even send the damn message. So I'm glad that you noticed I was on here. If you have some questions, feel free to ask me while I'm here. I'm not really doing anything fancy yet. Playing around with my new half diamond from Sparrows that came in. It's a 20, so it's a little thinner. It doesn't have any handle on it yet. I think I'm going to leave this one bare metal. I like the way it feels. It fits in my EDC case really good with no cover. No rubber, no cover. And, I said, maybe if, there's my chat. I don't know why my chat switched back to not showing you guys all the time. Yeah, you gotta coordinate a little bit. I mean, you can't always not be on just because other people are on. Clearly, there's a ton of us anyway. It's gonna happen, but we try. We definitely try not to split views and stuff. It's kind of counterproductive to everybody. Yeah, if you have a question, go ahead and ask, Newhouse. It doesn't have to be out lockpicking either. If you just want to ask some weird-ass question, feel free. Mountain1nM1ck's channel is for fun, not just picking. So if you're having questions about your sexuality or what to do to make a good sandwich, you know, whatever, feel free to ask. I don't know if I'll be able to help you, but maybe somebody in the chat can. We do have BrettSucks.com.orgasm in the house. He's got an answer for almost everything, so you can bet he'll probably be able to help you somehow. Blowing things up, fishing and lockpicking. Yeah, Nico, that's what I'm talking about. I like all this. I hear that, Marissa, porch. You tell him his ass is yours. Don't be thinking about going nowhere. Yeah, exactly. He'll be here later. Fire away. That's right. Brett Sucks is always ready to answer and demean. If you've got dumbass questions, he'll let you know it's a dumbass question. And we love him for that. Are we going to get a Shackleman spot on the dog pack? Aaron, there is already a Shackleman spot on the dog pack, sir. You don't think I didn't address that already? Come on, my guy. Not only do we have a spot, NTD and Stu are the ones running it. So get over there, get them to get you in there. There is a full-blown Shackleman chat, an access area they will give you, and all of that good shit, dude. So if you're into Shackleman stuff, believe me, I made sure to go out of my way, invite Not Too Dead and Stu to run the whole damn thing because it's there, baby. And it's there, brother, so enjoy. We already got the Shackleman Club set up and rocking for you, bro. Thanks for coming. Yeah, awesome. I'm stoked about it too. I'm actually shopping for some cuffs right now. Let me see. My chat's not trying to stay up for you guys. That's right, Nico. We respect boldness here. We don't like the fake BS. Mountain1nM1ck and the part of the dog pack crew I represent doesn't care for that. If some of them do, then they're lost, apparently. Would I rather eat a skunk or thumbtacks? I think I'd go with the skunk because I could probably get that gland out of it and still make the meat halfway decent. Thumbtacks, I don't really have a proper method of preparation for that. That's just going to be a hard time coming out the back. So yeah, I think I'll go skunk on that one, Newhouse. Sorry guys, I'm going to blink a little bit and it's not going to be my eyes. We're in the middle of shithole hell. and it's raining like hell too. So doing the best I can. Wi-Fi will be back in like, I don't know, a few days. It is an insane question. We used to ask a question like that all the time too, Nico. I'm gonna ask it anyway, just because we used to ask it all the time. You guys may have heard it before anyway. Would you rather slide down a razor blade into a pool of alcohol, or suck a baby's brain through its nose? I don't know why. That's the one we always used to ask. Newhouse, what about you? I'm gonna need you to answer that since you're the question master today. Would you rather slide down a razor blade into a pool of alcohol, or would you rather suck a baby's brain through its nose? Yeah, Nico's down with the sickness, brother. You don't gotta worry. Everybody here is a little off. Yeah, I do know people who've eaten skunk before. I agree with Nico. That's not actually as wild a question as you would think. That's one of the reasons I can remove the gland is because I knew a guy who had a pet skunk. It was incapable of spraying you. It's kind of like having a cat at that point, to be honest. And I knew a guy who had a baby deer one time roaming around his backyard. He found it. I guess somebody had killed the mom, and he adopted it. It was running around his backyard in a fence kind of thing. Kind of weird, but hey. And not as many deer as I saw in skunks are cuter than cats. That's debatable. So I'm gonna say that you might be right there. We have an all white skunk that's roaming around the neighborhood here. Oh, raccoons can be good pets. Yes, I agree, Aaron. A raccoon can make a good pet. They'll take all your shiny stuff like a ferret. But there are neat little critters. We got all those kinds of things hanging around here in the mountains of North Carolina. So I've seen almost all of those as a pet before. Nico, I haven't seen anybody with a fox, but I'm sure it exists. I do love foxes myself. That's an animal I won't shoot. As we were talking about on Newhouse earlier, I don't shoot anything I don't plan to eat, guys, unless it's trying to eat me. Oh no, you don't have to apologize for effing with me either, Newhouse. Your family here, brother. That's all good. Yeah, make sure Aaron's a good friend of mine, Nico. You've probably heard me mention him on the channel before. I usually call him Jaded Argyle, which is his Reddit name. But yeah, that's him. He sent me that pack lock you guys saw me pick. We have been friends for quite a while, from my Reddit days of journeying and lock picking. But yeah, you should definitely check out Aaron's channel, guys. Get him some subs up. He's a really good picker, guys. He's actually working on purple belt right now. And doing pretty well, it seems like, too. I know when I get into these dimples and I find my way lost, I'll be asking him some questions. He seems to know his way around a dimple lock pretty well. Oh, that's all right, Mark Carter. Eat some foods, brother. Enjoy. Oh, you did? That's what's up, Aaron. I saw you talking about one of them. I don't know if it was the same one I saw and we talked on, but I remember you saying that you would get more pretty soon, too, so. All right. Damn it, man. Slinging wrenches. The mechanic way. Feel like I spend half the show looking for something on the ground here, guys. Especially if I end up picking something and gut it, then it's all over. Oh yeah, I hope you do. The assassin patch is really cool, Aaron. I would love to get one, but I'm going to pick it until I can get those SFICs open in both directions, or start getting some dimples in purple like you. And I have not hardly started on that. I've done the Berserker, and I know Aaron has too, because he's the one who sent me the Berserker pack that I used. So, yeah, he definitely has that one, as do I. That's actually exactly where I got the Berserker kit that you guys see me use. was from Aaron. So I know he's got his because he did it before he sent those to me. Told you guys, he's a good picker, man. He's also a really good friend. Get to know him. You'll love him. Promise you. Let's give this... I'm just trying to give my new Sparrows half diamond a little fun, guys. Yeah, mine was pretty tough, Nico. That was about take number 9 or 10, I'm going to say. I think I still have some of the failures on my phone. Just for posterity, I will tell you, the first time I tried in hand for like the first 6 or 7 times. I made it from 13 all the way up to 17 and then 18 a couple times. And then GK Man woke me up to the fact that I should put it in the vise, which is something Aaron told me from day one. I just forgot because I'm a stone. When he said, "Oh, try it in the vise," I was like, I put it in the vise. 1, maybe 2 tries. Single pick all of mine, Brett sucks. I thought I'd be a little bit of a show off. I wanted to do my maces on a bunch of Brinks locks, but since I couldn't, I decided to use a Reaper number 1 and SPP my way to victory. And I was able to hit 23 on the actual winner because I did not count them as I went. I just picked until the time ran out and counted back what I had. So the one time I broke 20 was about the 9th time, and it was 23. So we're pretty happy with the results. I'm hoping to send those to Delbert next, and I think maybe he's going to send them to Greyhound after that. We'll see as time goes by. But yeah, Delbert asked me if he could get those blocks next, so I'll be trying to send those over to Delbert. I'm still learning this half diamond a little bit, guys. It's not often I pick with a totally naked pick. Look how shiny it is, though. Look at all that light beaming off of it. Woo! Shiny metal. New stuff. But it's also a 20, so I can't bully quite as hard with it. I have to be a little bit more finesse with it. But that's the reason I bought this one. I've already got a Southward 20, 2 or 3, and it's a little heavier and junkier anyway. But I wanted the Sparrows one. I've got a 25 size one on the Escort anyway, so I decided what the hell, I would get a 20, so that way if I decided to feel my way around, I really didn't buy this for picking so much. I like to use a half diamond to sneak my way around in locks and learn some things about them. I like to do it that way instead of looking at keys and with for some reason you don't know. And you can tell a lot about the tension from doing that and from flipping it over and seeing how it rides across them on that little hump of the diamond. So that's one of the reasons I've got the half diamond, guys. It's not even so much for picking or zipping all the time as me using it as a way of eyeballing a lock. Anyway, as I said, this is just for fun. In a moment, I will probably pick a few easy ones to warm up, and then I'll whip out the vise, and I'll probably start on the Yale. I think I'm gonna start messing around with the Yale here in a minute, see if we can make any progress with it. And if not, I will switch to the challenge lock I have not picked yet, and we'll mess with that. Give me 1 second, guys. Alrighty, sorry guys, my hat was just getting a little too hot indoors, so this is to keep me from sweating in my face. It's a little warm in here. I know I got a shirt on and you're thinking, why the hell, Mick? I've got reasons, I just won't go into them. Trust me on that. It would be a distraction. It would be a large distraction if I were to remove this top shirt. Trust me on that. Mountain Mick has a lot of road rash. We'll just put it that way. I don't like people to look at me like a monster. So, That is the reason why, if you're curious. Now, it's open so I can feel better about myself today. And then we will move on to some harder picking and see if I can get any kind of success going on this Yale that I keep talking about. I think I've showed it already, but I'll show it again now. This is the Yale in question. For Brett down, for anybody else, bobble up. Don't worry, Brett. As I said, I think I'm going to try picking down on this one. Remember I told you the other day that I like the idea of picking a lock in the style it was made for that country of. So I usually like to pick up, but a Yale in this case is more of a Euro cylinder, and for that reason I will be attempting to pick it in the downward direction, the Bible down direction. Anti-gravity. This time I'm going to use gravity to my advantage or disadvantage, whichever it actually turns out to be. I don't really care. We'll have fun either way. Anybody picking anything cool and new today? Is it making you crazy, or are you getting it open? Let me know. Let me know what's going out there. Or are you just watching me pick? If that's the case, that's okay too. I did not know what happened to my buddy the professor. He'd been missing in action on me for the last 24 hours, so I called him today on his real phone. And I can't hear you right now while I'm talking, man. Fifth attempt at the Zarker disc container. Ah, that sounds fun. I gotta get me one of those. You've done the exact Yale in challenge lock form? That's cool, Brett. Well, I have no idea what's actually in it. I don't know if it's just a standard. I imagine it's a standard, just, I don't know if they got security pins in them or not. You'd know that way better than I would. So maybe you can enlighten me on that. I don't know if it's a 5-pin, which I assume, or if it's got more hiding in there. I have literally not stuck a pick in it yet, so we'll find out. You don't have to tell me. Dots locks is awesome. That's really cool. That's a fancy piece to make a CL out of. I'm proud of them. Man, this little HR, man, it does not like the double. I think the triple or the quad will usually open it, but it doesn't like the double. Zarker's accessible green. Next is Kryptonite bike lock. Yeah, I've been wanting to do the Swiss Whisperer challenge, but I have not got any DD locks yet. And I don't have a dimple that's blue, I don't think. I've only got 2. One of them is a bike lock, but it's not a Kryptonite. It's just this U-lock that somebody sent me. And I've got one that's easier that MrHppy sent me that's just like 4 pins, so I can try and figure out what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, I'm sure it is, Aaron. It's a totally different way of having to pick a lock. There's no doubt about that. Anybody who says different has not tried it or has some really funky ways of thinking. That is the plan, Aaron. Because of you and Western Massacre Cheese Grits, who was in here earlier, he might still be here. But because of you guys and the general consensus, I will be seeking out a Kennard and then a DeGard to do the dimple blue and purple stuff. Those are just, there we go. With GK Man. GK is in the house, guys. Show some love and respect for the GK Man. We're just picking around, getting warmed up here, GK. I've got a Yale that I'm going to stick in the vise here in a little bit, play around with. I've also got Andrew Goss's second challenge lock. I picked the first one on Labs' Live last night. that was really fun. For any of you who haven't seen it yet, it's got the skinniest damn spools I've ever seen in my life. He really hollowed those things down. And I actually slinkied the spring in number 4 while I was gutting it, so I had to put a nice replacement one in there for him. So it's nice and rebuilt right now. I do have it back together now. I will show it now just for proof, because last time everybody saw it on MrHppy's channel, it was in pieces. So just so you know, rest assured, Spools question mark is back together in one mighty piece of fun. The key's in there with it. I showed it on the video. I showed it to all the Englishmen, and you know what they said? I'll give you a wild guess, and then I'll tell you anyway. My good friend, the Welsh picker, Richard, Mr. Jones, he asked me if I picked it because I screwed around and didn't take a picture of the turned core. I picked it on the video, and all the pictures I took were just of the gut down, and I didn't even realize, but in the gut down pictures, I took a picture of the lock sitting back at 12 o'clock. So, he was confused whether I was just showing it or whether I picked it, which is a fair. So, you know, I concede that in the future, MrHppy's going to have to remember back and still get him a quick snapshot of that turned core for all my buddies in the UK Coliseum. And I told him, I said, it's the American way for me to make you have to watch the video. That's one of the reasons I did it that way. But since you're on to me already, Richard, I will make sure in the future to have those beautiful turned core snapshots as well. I hope everybody enjoyed looking at the guttings and innards anyway. It was a really cool lock he made. And I need to get a C-clip gutter. What's up, Snake? Yeah, that's what I told him, Brett Sucks. I said I can take a screenshot of where I picked it. I was thinking the same thing, Brett Sucks. Smart man. That's why you're a top man right there, Brett Sucks. That's a hell of an idea, sir. I thought the same thing. But it did take me a second. I'm sure you've had a little more practice with the cheeky doubts of some people. Mr. Jones was not seeking to doubt my picking of the lock. I just want to say in his defense, he was just reminding me of how nice it is to have a picture of a turned core. And I agree. So in the future, I will make sure to include a picked turned core picture. I told him the same thing though. I said, yeah, I've got the full video. So what kind of cigarettes do I smoke? Cheap ones, Nico. This is a pack of Lucky Strike Red 100s. I'm usually a menthol man, but me and Papa Mick been sharing a couple packs lately, and he's a Winston man, so I got some reds. He doesn't like these as much, which I understand. But yes, exactly. My last damn 12 opens or so have been on live, so I barely remembered to take pictures of the gut down, if I'm honest. But as we discussed, Brett Sucks, there is definitely the possibility of me going back to any of those videos, snapshot, screenshotting the turned core open. So they exist. I just haven't took the time to make it happen for all the Facebook world out there. I'll be honest, other than the UK pickers, I don't get a lot of love on Facebook. The Art of Lockpicking group is pretty cool, but the UK pickers give me a little more love. And they're my buddies anyway. I really like hanging out in the UK pickers group. That's not to slight anybody else, it's just to say I love those guys, man. If you're into lockpicking, you need to get some English buddies, because they've been lockpicking since the dawn of time. They got older locks and artisans that make stuff. Zoe Cat Dog, what's up? Glad to see you made it, Zoe. We're just hanging out. I'm just playing around right now, screwing around, talking to everybody, seeing if my signal will last. Getting warmed up a little because I haven't picked all day. And I've got a new half diamond 20 from Sparrows. I'm just playing around with some too. And other than that, There we go. Sorry for the little bit of glariness we had there going, guys. I guess I had a fingerprint on my camera lens. So I wanted to wipe for you really quickly so we wouldn't have those weird glares coming across. Yeah, Facebook Brett Sucks is, as you know, a very, place. That's all I'll say. I won't even use a word. I'll just nod my head sideways a little and say, You know why. Exact algorithm. It's just to run the numbers up. It's all clickbait and rage bait. They ask you stupid questions and say things that they know is going to make you mad just to get you to engage. And some of us know that and still just can't resist to be like, you mother. Always baiting a brother just to run the numbers up. Clickbait and rage bait. I had somebody ask me not long ago if I'd heard of Lockpicking Lawyer, guys. Can you believe that? I wanted to say no. I wanted to be like, who? There's a famous YouTuber lawyer that picks locks? No shit. Well, send me a link, brother. I didn't have no idea. No idea. Had no idea. All respect to LPL, man. He has not rocked the boat at Mountain Mick. I don't think he cares. I am a fleck in the world of his world, guys. The better question is, has he heard of Mountain Mick? And I already got a good idea what the answer there is. I don't think he would be joking if he said who. That's okay. Maybe one day he'll know me, but I'm sure he knows Brett Sucks. I'm sure he's heard of BrettSucks.com.orgasm. If not, then he will rue the day. That's all that Brett Sucks, yes. We humor Brett Sucks, guys. Tolerate and humor. I bet he does hate you, Brett. I bet he does. I bet at least somebody has mentioned you to him before and been like, there's this cheeky fucker named Brett. Brett Sucks. Always telling me how to pick a lock better than I know how. And he's right. That's the part I hate the most. That's my horrible English accent, Brett. I'm not even sure which denomination of, it's not Scouse. And it's not, what's the, Cockney? It's not Cockney either. What's up, Conky? We're just having a little BSing around fun. I'm warming up. I got me a Sparrow's half diamond in 20 to just zip around and mostly to just eyeball locks I don't know about yet. And I've played with all these so much, it's not really that useful to me yet. But there will come a day it is. Very soon, because I got a locks I haven't done. And this Yale that we're about to play with is one of them. So I may give it a quick zipperoo and play around in there once I put it in the old vise. Oh, I'm sure he does, Zoe the cat dog. He is a lurker. I agree with you there. He is a lurker, and he probably does know who I am at this point. He was in Lady Locks Live not that long ago, and I was there, asked him a few questions, so I don't know if he would remember, but he's a pretty sharp guy, so he probably does know who I am. I don't think he probably cares, but we have had a small interaction before, so I guess I was not totally true when I said he's never heard of me. Care about. We'll grow that, but I'm not worried about who knows about me and who doesn't. I'm not here to be famous. I'm here to have a good time. Yes, he does, Zoe the cat. He does keep an interest in the sport. And well, he should, because basically his entire market is right here. So, why wouldn't he? It makes sense that a man who markets picks would keep his pulse on the community that buys them the most, I would say. that is sound to me. If I was selling a bunch of lock picks, I would want to know what everybody thought and what was the new thing and who was playing with what. And what better way than to stalk your way around and have a few representatives run an entire algorithm for you and pretend it's for everybody. I'm kidding.
Played in Oregon, end of the first quarter. Guess the score.
Nothing? I would have thought high scoring. I would have thought high scoring. Penn State and Oregon end of first quarter is tied at 0. That is wild. The defenses must be rolling over there because I figured it would be a high one. He's an enigma wrapped up in an egg roll, Zoe, the cat says. He's all right, Zoe. Like I said, I have no qualms with him. I love what he does for the sport overall. I certainly don't have any reasons to fault him. I use a lot of his tools too, so there is that also. They're not my favorite, but they're far from my least favorite. I got nothing bad to say about his tools. They give in that direction. Same with McNally, and I gotta say, I don't really watch McNally, guys. I like him. I like what he does. I like his style. I think there's a lot of emulators and a lot of blind followers of both of them out there, but that's not their fault. You know, nobody faulted Jesus for a bunch of the weird stuff Christians have done over the years, so I'm not trying to fault them or compare them to Jesus. I'm just using it as an example. But anyway, I think both of them are an incredibly large amount of eye for the sport. And if nothing else, that is a good thing. So, oh, absolutely, Zoe the cat dog, hands down. Bosnian Bill is now and forever will be the godfather of modern YouTube lock sport. You'll never convince me differently. He's the one who got me started loving sparrows before they even branched out into making covert. Just because I've only been picking for 3 months doesn't mean I've only been watching for 3 months, guys. Don't get confused. I am a mechanic. I've had a phone for a long time and YouTube for a long time. I do remember Bosnian Bill was first kind of getting his thing going. Big fan of him. If I could meet any of the big name pickers and hang out and pick their brain for even a moment, that's the one I'd want to meet, Zoe. Just so you know, he is the one. And he'll probably tell you, I've heard him say it in many of his shows, that he believes Lockpicking Lawyer is a better all-around picker. Bosnian Bill really made this an approachable thing. I'm a really big fan of him. And I'm glad that his lock lab still exists. The term lock lab itself is something he coined, guys. I mean, it's inescapable. How do you deny that? You can try, but I'll just sit here and call you a liar and a BSer. Also, I think Wizwazzle was pretty early in the game, too. Everybody asked me what happens to him like I know. I haven't been talking to Sparrows that long, guys. But I will ask if, when I'm having a conversation with the upper management folk at Sparrows, I'll be happy to ask them, whatever happened to Wizwazzle? A lot of people want to know, did he die, did he get locked up, or did he just get bored of picking locks on the internet? Who knows? Maybe he just decided to go back into being lesser known. Some people don't like fame, guys, and I can understand that too. I'm sure you do, Brett Sucks. He was awesome, man. And he would pick his own front door on the apartment in some of his videos and things like that. Things that they would never be okay with now. So he was definitely an innovator and one of the beginning pickers too. I really liked his stuff too. You can still find it. It's all still available as far as I'm aware of. Starry Locks, Cherokee, and a couple, they have disappeared over the years. Yeah, Zoe, that's true. A lot of pickers, after a few years, it seems the shelf life of a lot of pickers is like that. Sorry for the flicker, guys. Maybe somebody runs them off. I don't know. Maybe there's some huge conspiracy of lock sport that's just Ninja Chop taking them out. Maybe they got a speed square to the head. I don't know, guys. But you're right. There is a mysterious way many of them disappear. Maybe they get bought out. Brett sucks. If me and you get viral enough that they come write us a big fat check to stop doing this, I'll take it seriously. I really will. If they want to pay me to stop doing my shit, if you guys are listening out there, come pay Mountain Mick to stop making his channel. I will take that bet today. I'll still hang out with all my friends. I just won't broadcast it anymore. I'll do it on private, so that way the world doesn't have to know about it. But yeah, come pay me. Yeah, I know you will, Brett Sucks. That's why I love you. The difference there is I care more about the money than the fame, and I'm still going to have my friends either way, so I can't be bought. It's actually me using them. A lot of people are like, Mountain Mick, you sound like you might be a sellout or a shill. Well, I'm just a poor guy who's tired of getting that balls busted all the time. That's all. If somebody wants to pay me to disappear and live my life better, I'll call you guys from Mountain Mick's private island, you know. Exactly, Zoe. For the right price, I can be bought. But I won't lie. I won't do that. I will disappear. You can pay me to go away, but you can't pay me to say something's great if it's not. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be dishonest. What I really mean is I would take a deal to buy comfort for the rest of my family. Never sell anybody down the river. That's ratting and snitching, sir. That is not okay. There's no price for that, sir. I'd sit in my own cell until I died before I told them who you were. That's a fact. That's one thing you can't buy. You can't buy my loyalty. You can buy me to disappear, but you can't buy my loyalty and you can't buy my honesty. My integrity belongs to me, and I won't sell that. But if you want to pay me big money to disappear, or to show off something that is cool, that you're going to give me for free, yeah, Mountain Mick's waiting for you. Give me a shout. Give me a shout. I don't even care who it is, by the way, guys. I am currently very much in love with Sparrow stuff. But as you all know, there's many other tools I enjoy. And if somebody makes the right offer to Mountain Mick, I could be convinced to only use their stuff for a little while for the right price. I'm not going to tell you it's great if it's not. If they make something shitty, I'm going to tell them they need to fix it. I'm going to say, you got me out here telling people, trying to get me to tell people that this is where we're going? No. Let me rearrange this conversation. This is where we need to be going. And until we go in that direction, I'm just going to push the stuff. Can be paid really well. I can't tell bot as far as caring about losing anything when it comes to that. I know what it's like to starve for days, beg for money, and sleep on the concrete, eat out of the trash. I can go back to that, and it won't change my life drastically. I'm not that far away from it already. I haven't got that much better off. So, there's very little they could take from Mountain Mick as far as that goes that would matter. Just people that I care about. I will come to your house, hunt you down, and do a Liam Neeson on you if you mess with them. But other than that, you can take all the material stuff, dude. I'll get it back. They make new stuff every day. I've lost everything several times. It's not going to hurt me. At the end of the day, I've still got all my skill set. I'm still me. People still know that. You can't take that. You'd have to wipe my brain or something. And if you do that, I don't have to worry about it anymore. So, again, it's pretty hard for you to get to me that way. Yeah, well, Brett Sucks. I don't think you should take that deal. It's your affair, sir. If you feel like it's more important for you to say what you've got to say than to take a fat check from somebody, then more power to you, sir. I commend you for that. You have my admiration and respect. As I said, I won't be paid to lie, but I will be paid to shut up. I will go away if you pay me right. Mostly because nobody notices I'm here half the way anyway. So it would really be being such an asshole. Hold on, I want to see what Zoe is saying here. Here we go. Everybody knows who they are. Well, actually, Zoe, I don't know for sure who you're talking about. And, it's not a big deal to me. Everybody has different styles and whatnot. And I'm at least one of them, I might agree with you. So, even if we disagree, it's okay. You don't have to like the stuff I like. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Nobody pays me to make you like it. What you buy with your money is up to you at the end of the day, and I encourage everybody to find what they like themselves, use their own opinion and money to enjoy it. A P and an H, huh? Well, I know who the P one is, and I will agree with you there. Fully. They got left in the dust years ago. They have, and I've only got one pick of theirs. That is the bottom rung of my picks. I'd rather use the Southwards that I have than that, sir. So I agree with you there. I'm trying to think of who the other one is. Why is it escaping me? Oh, Zoe the Cat. I'm not even sure I've ever tried that stuff before. Is that like a Chinesium type thing, or what do they even make? You're gonna have to fill Mountain in on this one, Zoe. If I'm honest, and I thought I was aware of one. Brett Sucks. I think they have a few winners. I think that their gem and their half diamond I would pay for possibly. But from the quality of recent picks I've seen from them, I wouldn't like to pay full price. I don't see me buying a set. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know that either. But I also don't have any of their stuff. So until I try it, Zoe, I will reserve current rights to say maybe they're not that bad, but I gotta believe you're probably right. I'm not saying I doubt your word at all. I'm just saying that I'll give them one fair chance, maybe two, for me to try out their stuff for free. And if I don't like it. What do you guys think about Majestic? Do they exist anymore? They don't exist anymore, do they? I've heard their name a few times lately. I had somebody asking about a Majestic snap gun the other day, and I was like, I don't even know if that's made anymore, dude. Just get a double tap from Sparrows. It's like 40 or 50 bucks, and everybody seems to like it. Why do you want a snap gun anyway? If you're not a locksmith, you don't need one. You're going to get bored really quick. I talked to 4 different people the same day on Facebook on a thread, guys. They all had the same kind of snap gun from different companies. They'd all had theirs for years, and they'd all said they'd used it a couple times and let it sit in a drawer forever, and that they barely ever used it. Lock sporters. Now, I'm sure. Okay, William, good to know. Sober. Yeah, definitely. Blink again, guys. When I first started Bosnian Bill and things like that, Bosnian Bill isn't out yet when I first looked at picks. Not that I know of. I don't think YouTube existed yet. I was about 12. And since I'm about 39 next month, that means that this was 17 or 27. Which is the math there? I think it's 27. No, 17. 17 years ago. So just under 20 years ago. The only things I could find were Southward, Sparrows I think existed, but I'm not gonna stand on that one. I remember Southward, and I remember Peterson, and I remember Multi-Pick. All 3 of those were around. Was it 27, Wild William? Thank you for helping me with the math, sir. Picking and math at the same time are hard for me. I'm good at both, but not at the same time. Multitasking, not my strong suit. If I'd have sat down and thought about it without picking, I could have got it pretty quick. I'm actually pretty good at math, but not all talking and picking at the same time. Anyway, nearly 30 years ago, all I could find is Southord and Multi-Pick I can be sure of, and possibly Peterson. I wanted to buy basically the pick pen Southord still has, was the gimmicky type item that I wanted to try first. I ordered one and never got it. There's probably a lot of reasons that happened, including the fact I was underage. And yeah, back then yeah, we are pretty close in age, Wild William. I think you're right there. And considering I've been doing mechanics for 20 years, I definitely was. It was 27. You're right. Hybrid. Sorry for the flashes, guys. Laptop soon. We're not even using Restream right now because I just make it even worse. So that is why we are sitting here using classic YouTube and using the crappiest 4G signal known to man. But it's all I got, and it's Saturday. I wanted to hang out with you guys, so here we are. At any rate, I would like to see those majestic rakes you're talking about, Brett Sucks. That sounds like something I'd be into checking out. And as I was saying, guys, I think Peterson and Multi-Pick and Southord were the only ones I could find back then. And I'm not even sure a man could get a hold of Multi-Pick in the Americas back then. I remember seeing them, but I don't know if they even sold to America back then. It was definitely a mostly German site, if they even had a site back then. I saw Southords in magazines sometimes, the back of comic books and that type of thing. And let's see. Peterson, I don't think I saw until a little later. And I think, most of the government people were using Peterson stuff then. A lot of them probably still do. I don't know. I guess when you've got somebody else footing the bill and they've got a contract with the government that you just get stuff that I don't know how that. For whatever I told them was the best thing, but I don't know how that works, guys. So maybe you know better than I do. I'm not a professional law enforcement officer of any type. Can assure you of that. I've been around law enforcement much of my life, but I have never been employed by them. A lot of locksmiths love HPC. SE Lock and Key loves his. SE Lock and Key loves him? Really? Maybe he's got to deal with them or something. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still just now finding out that they exist. That's the truth. I'm not trying to be making a joke or slighting them anyway. I've literally never heard of them until just now. As I told you guys, I've only been really picking much for about 3 months. So once I started getting the things that I like and hearing what everybody else had and collecting some of the other stuff, I've tried to look into seeing what other people have because I'm interested and I like to buy and try like anybody else. Ever used the thing that makes fob keys for people who've used key cutting machines, and I know how to copy one, but not the fobs. Nico, I know a little bit about that. It's something I want to learn a lot more about, actually, because cars are my thing. They don't even all work the same way, I don't think, but I'm pretty sure you can get like a laptop program. GK Man would be the one I'd ask about that if he's still in here. I think he would have better ideas about that than I would. I know that you can get like the same type of thing that you would program a flipper with. It's just another type of RF signal, radio signal for the most part. I do know that. Yeah, I just talked to him a little. We talked all through the day. Oh, G-Key, the question Nico was asking was about programming key fobs for automobiles. He was just wondering what type of machinery, what type of kit one needs for that, because he has key cutters. Me and him have talked about it before. I know he's got key cutting machinery, but he's more interested also in learning about the actual programming of fobs for auto lockout type work. He's interested in becoming a locksmith of all types, GK. That's why he's curious. I believe he said his uncle was a locksmith, and that's where he got some of his gear. And so he's interested in all of that stuff, kind of like I am. I'm interested because I'm a mechanic. But yeah, the fobby bit, Brett, sucks. The little clicky button that lets your doors unlock or rolls your windows down, pops your trunk, all of that good stuff. You know, a flipper, but one that's actually made by the company. You can get a flipper and do a lot of that stuff, I know. But yeah, I know it's mostly RFID signal type stuff. It's just radio frequencies. That's why you have to have the battery in it. It's really easy to reprogram a lot of them if you have an actual dealer key. You in a lot of cases can put the car in a default type mode where it scans the key and adds it. Ford has that type of technology, I know. And Dodge definitely does, because I used to program them all day for them. When I got the key packets for a new Dodge, I used to do PDI, which is post-delivery inspection, which is where all the cars come in from Detroit on a big 18-wheeler type vehicle, and all the brand new car has to have done to it for prep before it gets sold. That was my job. It's a fun, easy job, and you get to test drive all of them. So I was driving brand new Dodges every day for like 3 years, guys. I got in a little trouble one time for taking a Dodge Daytona 170 miles an hour down I-95. The only reason they knew about it is because I forgot to reset the top speed register. The new Demons, Hellcats, Challengers or Chargers with 392 engine in them all have a onboard dash system that keeps track of your quarter mile times and things like that. Well, it's got a register for top speed, and I forgot to reset it. So the customer bought this white Daytona RT, and he sent a screenshot to my service manager asking how his new vehicle had already been 165 miles an hour. I explained to my service manager that yes, I did it, and I was just stress testing it because it's a performance car and I wanted to make sure it performed. He laughed, appreciated that I did it, and told me if I ever did it again, he'd have to write me up and possibly fire me, but that I was off the hook for that one. I was later fired for taking my week break. They were making crappy hours and not giving me enough, and I knew I'd get a nice full check if I took my full week of pay by taking PTO. So I took PTO for a vacation, a week time off, and it's a fire at will state in Florida, so they fired at will. They did not like me using that to actually get a full check, assholes. So that ended my days for working for Dodge, guys. But anyway, soon and start sending some out to you and some of these guys as well. Oh yeah, Aaron, a bunch of stuff on cars works like that. You can reset the oil light on a bunch of them by sweeping the gas pedal 3 times and then hitting the brake 5 times while it's in park and in the on position. That's a little trick for some of you guys if you want to reset your own oil light. It works on all Chevys, and all the new ones have the little onboard dash stuff. Most of them you can just go through the menu into the service settings and hold down a button and reset it. If none of that will work, I've got an OBD2 scanner that hooks up to my phone that'll clear check engine lights and everything. You can get one of those pretty cheap. It's like $50 and it works for a whole year without a new subscription. Highly recommend it. Mine is a Topdon, Topdon. I'll show it to you guys sometime. I'll hook it up and do a quick little auto hack video. I've got a little playlist where I do things like that for car stuff, so sometime I will show you guys this neat little thing you can buy too that's basically a replacement for having the full scanner. And no, those things you asked me about you have the other night, that's what they are, but they're the big nicer versions. They're the actual OBD2 scanner computers. You can run diagnostics, see what's going on with lots of the sensors, what the readings of voltage on them are while driving. You can take recordings of that stuff while driving, so you can sample it and look at it later to try and reproduce whatever problem's happening. And I learned a lot about that stuff in tech school, guys. But anyway, yes, exactly, Zoe the cat. You can get a decent one for just resetting it from. Now, all it's going to do is bucks. I would recommend going that route because it'll actually tell you a lot more about what you're trying to figure out. But let me make it clear to anyone who doesn't already know, it's not a magic wand. It doesn't tell me what's wrong with the car. It only tells me what sets a fault code. So, you know, just because it says that there is a evap leak doesn't mean that there is definitely a huge leak. You might have just forgot to tighten the gas cap down, or you might have an EGR valve that's clogged. So, I mean, it doesn't give you the full go fix this kind of thing, guys. It just tells you what you're starting with. And when you get done, of course, you want to clear all that crap out of there and clear the history. Not only will it make the light go away, you can make it go away temporarily and see if it comes back, or you can actually clear the memory fully so nobody else sees that it's ever been there. Most of the time, mechanics don't do that. Most of the time, they just clear it out in a temporary way to where it'll only come back if it happens again. But if somebody were to read what happened in the history, it would still show. You can do both. Anyway, I've got a pile of stuff we've picked our way through. I'm going to stop screwing around. I'm going to get out the vise. I'm going to put this Yale in it, and we're going to see if I can get it open. I'm tired of playing with the same old locks. The same old locks portion of this live video is over. That's just warm-ups, baby. Let's get the old Harbor Freight vise out. I'm glad you mentioned Harbor Freight. I'm a big fan of Harbor Freight. And here's my Harbor Freight vise as we all know it and love it. I'm going to try and aim you guys down a little bit without screwing my whole signal up. Bear with me for just a moment. Let's turn it a little more so we get our nice straight on view. I'll position myself to wherever I have to be. I just want you guys to be able to see. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Those are some paragraphs you're writing there. Has anyone got the factory code for a Ford car stereo? My battery went flat last year and I haven't been able to use it since it wants the code. Brett sucks. Ford should be able to tell you that if you call them and give them the VIN number. There's also a possibility somebody was smart enough to write it down in the manual, but it does vary from system to system sometimes. There might be a generic code though, so it's worth asking. And I'd also maybe go try a Reddit Ford group or something like that. I don't know one, but if I do run across one, I will remember, Brett. I will try to get that for you. I'm pretty sure English Ford is pretty much the same as here. I'm sorry to hear that, Brett. A Flipper Zero. I'm sure somebody in here knows where to order one of those legitimately, Nico. Actually, I would recommend you to check out Red Team Tools, which is run by Deviant, and he's the one who wrote that book I told you about. So, him and the guys from Tool run that site, and they sell a lot of those equipment items that you're asking me about right now. So, I would ask you to check them out, because they might have what you're looking for. They only sell some of it to certain licensed peoples, but I'm pretty sure you can get a flipper from them without having any super credentials of any type. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure you can just buy that straight up. There's a lot of people out there with Flipper Zeros. There's also a whole Reddit about that, if you want to check Reddit, Nico. I know there's a whole group on Flipper guys. So maybe ask some of those. Yes, Brett, I am sorry to hear about you. And if I do hear anything about a Ford code for radios, I will let you know. I will ask a few people when I get back to Florida because I still have some friends that work for Ford. So there's always the chance one of them can tell me as well. Let's see, which will it be? We got 2 Yales to choose from. 2 Yales to choose from. I'm not going to look at the bitten at all, guys. What's it going to be? Shall we go with this Yale, the shiny one? Or shall we go with this Yale, the polished one? Shiny or polished, guys? What's it going to be? Shiny or polished? We're going to go Bible down to keep Brett Sucks sane today, so he doesn't have to watch all of these American upside-down locks anymore for the day. This episode's just for you, Brett Sucks. Alright, I like to see people united. Nightmare and Brett say shiny, so we're going to go shiny. That's also the one that I had out earlier, so I haven't picked on either one of them yet, and that's what we're going to do. Let's go shiny. And like I said, we're going to go Bible down, guys, because that is the way the English play. And I have never been a picker in the downward direction, so now's a fine time to start. No time like the present. I'm sorry to hear that too, Nico. That's pretty rough, brother. Alright, let's see what kind of turner we can use. Just fine. We'll use that one. And let's see. Let's give it a little Moki action today, since we're trying new things and picking Euro locks. Hopefully these Moki extras will get down in there without it too much issue. Aaron said he'll sell his flipper. So there you go, Nico. Talk to Aaron that you just made friends with. Aaron's got a flipper he's thinking about selling. You can talk to him. See, we're already coming together, guys. That's the beauty of lock sport right there. Let's see if I can get in here at all. Ooh, it is a tight keyway. The Moki will get in there, but I'm going to have to learn to feel my way around a little first, guys. I'm sorry for the horrible view. Maybe I should lift you guys up. Hold on. That can be done. Let me lift you guys up a little. There we go. Now you guys don't have to be buried down there and not see what the hell's going on as badly. Yep, Yale Euro. It is a Yale Euro, Nico. I've got 2 of them. This is one of them. I am picking it in the downward position with the Bible at the bottom because it's Euro and because this is the Euro way. My boys like Brett Sucks right there prefer to pick in a downward style with gravity not helping. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a try. I've never picked in the downward direction, and now's a fine time to start since I've got a real Yale Euro. I've also got some really nice ones that they feel is better. Sorry guys, just blinking a little here. Yeah, it's not just you guys. It locked me out for a second there. It tried to ask me if it wanted to end the stream and everything, so sorry about that. There's not much I can do at the moment about that, so I apologize. Never promised it would be fantastic, just that we would be here, so here I am. I'm trying, guys. We'll try to have the show and enjoy it. Doing my best for you out here, guys. Best for you out here, guys. Dang it. I'm getting really tired of that happening. And I know you guys are probably annoyed as I am. Like I said, if anybody wants to host a live stream and have MrHppy come hang out with you, feel free, because I don't crash signal as much when I'm running off of a better signal. So if you want to restream and have MrHppy hang out with you, let's get it on. Otherwise, this is the best I can do. Sorry. I see, Brett, while you don't enjoy the extra quite as much in some of these, it is a little thick to bend down in some of this Yale. It gets there, but I bet those ones that you've got that aren't extras are a little more prone to not giving that issue, so. What do I know? This is day 1 Euro for Mountain-Mick. Also day 1 picking in a downward direction. But I figured why not? I've been succeeding on the channel way too much lately. I thought we would do a little failing hard today, guys. So I brought out the Yales just to re-humble myself. I knew that a good Euro Yale would help humble me back down a little bit, so that's what we're doing here. We're having a humble Mountain-Mick session. I'm starting to get the feel of this a little bit. It definitely feels different without gravity, making them rock around the same. Oh, the 15 jimmies? Yeah, I might stick one of those in here in a second too myself, Nico. Man, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. I had a way of tilting my head and making it work better. Yeah, I think it can do it, Brett. I don't think it's incapable. This is a little new for me. The warding is a little tight for it. Nola, I told him you'd be through here to hang. I just had a feeling. How are you tonight, Nola? I'm doing a little bit of downward picking to enjoy it with Brett Sucks here. I promised him some Yale keyway bottom bobble action. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Brett. I'm trying to kind of sneak it down in there. You see how I'm kind of twisting? See the back of my pick? How I'm kind of twisting it down like that? That's me sneaking around the warden. So yeah, I've got the concept. I'm just still very new at making it happen. But it is capable. It is flexing enough to get in there, but strong enough to press it. So I think I'll be all right. It's just got a little learning curve for me. Like I said, I didn't get this out for it to be easy. I wanted to go hard in the paint tonight. Nico is here. Yes, Nico is the bomb, guys. I'm glad you guys are getting to know Nico a little better. Nico is a good friend. Nola, I'm sure you already noticed, but I think I said it already too. But in case you did not, we are picking our way. The Moki does seem to be working pretty well. Mostly just a learning curve for Mountain-Mick right now. I've never picked downward, and I've never picked a Euro that's quite like this. I've also never successfully picked something with a Yale keyway that I'm aware of, so I do have a couple of Abus 7440s with Yale keyways, and they give me nightmares as it is, so I knew this was going to be no walk in the park. I didn't expect easy, and after beating a challenge lock recently and about 6 different green belts and a blue belt pack lock all in the last 2 weeks-ish, I decided that I would challenge myself even more tonight. So that's what we're doing here. I hope you enjoy, guys. I make no promises of any actual picking of opening this lock, but I will play around with it while we hang and talk to each other. Because that sounds like more fun to me than you guys watching me pop about 50 more easy master locks for the next hour. I mean, you know, there's only so much popping a master lock white and yellow belt a man can get away with, guys. I don't want to make a career of picking white, yellow belt master locks. I'm good at that. It's very proven and clear. I can do that. So, we've moved on. Nico, you've picked downward, but it's awkward. You've been switching hands to work on ambidextrous. That's good, Nico. Rune's got a challenge going this week having people do just that. He's been having one-handed surgery and pick a Euro cylinder. When I start over button, relax and pick a Euro cylinder. When I start over button every 10 seconds. It's really annoying the hell out of me, guys. I also haven't got to smoke a fatty in about 3 days, so I think that's stressing me a little too, guys. Between that and Miss Mick being 800 miles away, I am a... No, it's me, Nola. It's not you. We're on the crappy phone, and I'm in a hole with 4G 1 bar, sir. So it's gonna happen. I apologize ahead of time. It's gonna be one of those days, Nola. I'll have the Wi-Fi back soon. We poor up in here, bruh. We poor up in here. So that's why we don't have the laptop view. That's why we're using classic YouTube instead of Restream. And that is why I'll probably pick this damn thing and have lost you guys in the middle of it anyway. That's my luck. But we carry on. I should be getting better in some of these places. You would think. Off too. It's really pissing me off. No, it's not. It's mine that's on the fritz again, sir. This is what happens when bills don't get taken care of and Wi-Fi's get shut off and phone bills are the only thing working, but it's a Florida phone. It's for Verizon, so we don't have Verizon in North Carolina this close to this house. So I'm in Roman half of the time, and right now I've got 4G with like 1 bar, which is why I keep losing you guys altogether, and why I probably sound like a robot, look glitchy, all that good shit. So sorry for all of that. If I could do anything about it, I would. The only other option I have is just turn it off, guys. So I'm gonna be wrapping this one soon, guys. I'm about to throw this fucking phone out the window. Yeah, it's cut off on me like 10 times already, guys. I'm spending more time hitting the damn button than picking. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to put up with this much longer. I apologize. I thought we would be able to do a bootleg version quality stream, but I can't even get that going because it's pouring the damn rain outside. I'm sitting in a hole 400 or 500 yards under sea level. Exactly, Brett Sucks. It's like watching a porno on a freaking scrambled TV channel here. How am I supposed to get my lock on? If one of you guys wants to go live, please drop a link in here. I'll come watch you. I'm getting pretty fucking tired of this here myself, to say the least. Naturally, when I sit here, don't pick and put it in the straight on view, we can fucking hang out all day. But let me actually touch my Mokies in this damn Harbor Freight Vice with a Yale in it, and boom, everything goes away. It's just enough to irritate. Just enough to irritate. Anyway. Give me a second to compose myself. Give me a second to compose myself. Maybe I can continue, but I don't know, guys. My damn live this many times. And I've never been picking a Yale downward while doing so either. So it's really, really pushing my nerves hard, guys. And as I told you already, I don't have any sweet leaf to smoke on and chill me out. So I'm already edgy out here. I need a freaking gummy and a big hug from somebody is what I need. I need a gummy and a hug. Okay, maybe we can do it this way. If it fails again, I will come back to say goodbye. That's all I got left at this point, guys. If it fails again, I'm just going to come back to say goodbye. That's all there's going to be about it. Freaking shirt's too hot, too. Doing what I can here. About to lose my damn mind. I don't get a gummy or a hug, GQ, man. I know. That's why I'm so freaking stressed out, GQ. Man needs a gummy and a hug. You know what I'm talking about? Now, where was I? Before I was so rudely interrupted about 50 times by a weak signal. I hear that, Aaron. At least get you a gummy on, man. GQ dentures out. That works. Great. My charger keeps cutting off and not working too. I don't know why I'm not charging here. It's really pissing me off. No wonder it's working so crappy. My charger's not working either, guys. Give me a second, guys. Everything. Points with Charlotte's Web. Well, I hear you, Aaron. That sounds great. North Carolina's got weird laws, but we've had mail here at my house before, so it is what it is there. I'm gonna have to grab a different plug, guys, because I'm literally on like freaking 4% here. So if I don't get another plug, we're gonna lose everything anyway. I must have burned that shitty little plug out already. That's why they give you those for free. Where are my fucking good ones at that I was using the other day? You can't get to be annoyed by the runnability.
Not all on Drew Aller, everybody. All right, we got a lot of highlights to show you. Not a whole lot of time. We have one man for that job, John.
Let's go on that we did see Quinton Champagne in the Big Ten earlier today. Let's get to Big How would Brett the Illinois respond to a rough loss to Indiana with David Olano sending everybody home? Just Illinois' third win in 14 games. UFC Luke Waltmeyer was
Crap and burned out the second I tried to use it. I wondered why it kept cutting my damn charger off. Maybe my signal will work better with some real freaking battery. Probably not, but hey, we can dream. I'm gonna get my nice compression sleeves on. No distractions here. This is a lock sport. That's why I've got compression sleeves for anybody who's wondering. It's lock sport, man. Anyway. Now we're all set with that. Maybe I can get back to picking and enjoying this a little bit. Now that I've run off half of the people who give a shit. But that's okay. I'll do what I can with what we got left. And if anything sweet happens, they can all check it out later. Oh, just CBD on your end? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Aaron. North Carolina's weird like that, too. In North Carolina, you can get CBD everywhere, but you have to go to Cherokee County where the reservation is to actually get the good stuff. That's why I'm ready to go back to Florida too, guys, because they got dispensaries everywhere. I'm gonna start a new cannabis cooking channel when I get there too. Come on, you bitch. And I don't know why it keeps shifting color on me either. That's really annoying. My lighting is constant, but it's still flickering around, and it's really pissing me off. Maybe I was too close. I don't know. All I do know for sure is I can't wait to get back to having my damn signal and using my laptop. Because this shit here is nonsense. I'm in the dark ages here, guys. Ultra dark ages. Let's do the Jimmy. Let's do the Jimmy in here. What's up, Dean? Just struggling, brother. Doing poor guy stuff. Crappy channel signal. My live battery wouldn't work. My signal kept dropping. I'm trying to pick a damn Yale that I've never picked before. Doing it on a live stream. Downward because it's a Euro, so I figured what the hell. I'd pick it in a downward fashion. So here I am, picking in a downward fashion. English locks. We got Brett Sucks hanging out to see some real English lock picking style picking here. He's tired of watching American wankers picking in the upward direction. So here we are. Pick facing down. Bobble to the ground. Because for me, this is upside down, sir. But to Brett Sucks, this is the natural way of all European locks. And I'll agree with him there. So I'm going to need to know what you mean, sir. Are you talking bobble up or bobble down? That's the best way for me to know what you mean. Bobble towards God or bobble on the ground? Where do you like your bobble, Dean? Pins in the bottom? So you like bobble down, huh? Well, Brett Sucks just might admit you to the real European picking club, Dean P. You're not welcome in American picking clubs anymore, apparently. So me and Brett Sucks, we still got your back, brother. If you want to pick with your bobble down, we still love you. Oh, I work sideways all the time, Dean. When I pick in hand on my lives, I've always got the lock sideways. I'm exactly there with you on that, sir. I actually like picking sideways, too. It gets really tiring trying to hold my lock in the bobble to the sky position while I'm trying to talk to you guys. If I don't put my elbows on the table. And then I'm out of camera frame, so that's not much fun. So instead, this is not the angle of choice for me either, by the way. I've just got so many problems with signal right now, I'm afraid to move the freaking phone. So while we're in a place where I'm not dropping signal every 2 seconds, I'm just going to leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Damn this little Yale lock. I'm definitely going to... I'm just now getting to where I can... What the hell's going on in there? And I'm probably oversetting everything from... By the time I can push it down the right way, I think I'm just pushing it all the way, so... Probably oversetting every freaking pin I touch, but... We needs to learn to pick down. Especially on Euros. So... Here we are. I don't get enough practice when I'm off camera, so I just decided, whatever, I'm going to fire up a live and pick on this Yale a little bit. This thing goes all the way out the back, does it? I like having a wall that I can hit. Anybody else prefer having a wall? I can sneak my pick all the way out the back of this mamma jamma. You know what we're going to do? We're going to use this new city rate. Give it a couple, or I'm sorry, this new half diamond. We're going to give it a quick shakedown. I'm going to give it a quick shakedown, a couple of zips, and see what the hell's going on. It'll get up in there. At least it's a 20. It'll touch the pins. Let's give it a little scrubbing. Let's give it a little scrubbing and see if it likes it. See if there's any false setting. I don't think so, though. I don't like raking, Brett Sucks. Raking is for rapid entry, Brett. I'm not in a hurry to get this Yale open. I want to do it the legendary way, sir. But sure, why not? We'll give it another rock. A little scrubbing, a little rocking. It's definitely making some waves. I don't know if any of them are any good to me, but it's definitely moving some stuff around. I might have too many on this one. I think it's a little too fancy design to rake my way completely through, but we'll see. We'll give it a little tickling and jiggling. I don't know who the 8 people hanging in here are, but welcome back. MrHppy's got a halfway decent signal he's going to try to hold on to. Currently decided to just give it a little Jimmy rake scrubbing on this Yale and see if anything cool happens. It may not, but we won't know until we can try. Top tension for raking. Brett Sucks. I know what you mean. I'm in top tension for what I would usually call top tension. But I'm pretty sure what you mean is away from the Bible tensioning. True top tensioning. So I'll try that in a moment, sir. I will get this thing out of the way. I don't think it's interfering much because of the shape of this really freaky keyway, but I'll try it in the other side in a minute. We'll all try. Why not? This is about experimentation. Shaka Zulus are usually at the end, Dean, but we'll give a quick Shaka Zulu just cause. There's never a bad time to Shaka Zulu, as you know. The English guy says put it in there. Oh yeah, you're right about that. Sometimes you just need a Shaka Zulu to get the locks working, Dean. You're right. You're right about that. You can't go wrong with a good Shaka Zulu. Sometimes it will talk the locks into being a little nicer to you. Alrighty, let's get up in there to where we stay. We got us a nice top of keyway for Brett. Top of keyway away from pins. Uh-oh. We're making some progress here now. I felt something click. You guys keep telling Brett Sucks he doesn't know what he's talking about. And I think you are all crazy. Do I like bottom or top better? It depends on what I'm doing, Nico. That's really the truth. Usually when I rake, I like it in the bottom. But I'm talking about American style bottom. I like it away from the bobble when I'm raking, which is why Brett has got me doing it this way right now. And he's right. When you rake, it's best to have the away from the bobble. So I do agree with Brett on that. Seems I've hit a spool. See how it's trying to counter rotate a little there? Somebody's spooling. Spooling. You've raked your 7240 with top of keyway somehow. It's the only lock where the tension didn't jump out while doing it. I believe that. Elroy's Toys snuck up in here. That's what's up. Speaking of, my boy the lock guy received his package today from winning my subscriber challenge, 100 sub. He patiently waited. Yep, that's definitely a spool. I think I just got around it. But yeah, he waited very patiently, so I added him a few goodies, and he got all of his package finally today. So he's got a new line head to play around with, and a new Marks Slimline Euro single side that I got from Nick Matlack that he should love. And he's got a sticker pack that Lady Locks contributed to my contest as well. So he should be loving life with his prize pack right now a little bit. And with his skills, I imagine he'll manage to have the Master 77 and that Mark Slimline, both open by tonight. I don't see why he wouldn't. Yeah, it's definitely tall for the rake. I'm having to lift it. The rake I can feel is actually a little tall in there. I'm gonna have to go back in here with my half diamond, downward diamond dogs. Let's try the old Sparrow's 20 diamond in the downward swoop. Let's see if I can scrub a little with it now that I've got a little better purchase on this thing. Yeah, we're glad you're here, Elroy's. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Elroy's got the runner-up package. That's what made me think about Lock Guy. He emailed me earlier and said that he got his. Yeah, I'm going to, Brett. I thought about all that myself. I'm just a stubborn bastard who takes forever to switch styles. Like I said, Brett, sucks. I enjoy some of your tutelage. That's why I like having you around, sir. So, while I may give you a hard time, believe me, I respect your skills and appreciate your opinions. And I will carefully consider them and use most of them anyway as we go along. So thank you for your suggestions, sir. I learn a lot whenever we're chilling and picking together, Brett. So I'm not afraid of you being a better picker than me, Brett. It's other things. But the only way to get better is to be around people who are better. Your heroes should be people who are better at stuff than you. That's just how it works. So, by that standard, I try to surround myself with people who are at least somewhat successful or more successful than myself so that I can try and tap into whatever it is that they've got going. No, Nico. That's debatable. Mildly debatable. Lockpicking Lawyer might be the greatest. He's definitely good at figuring out what's going on. I don't have anybody I'd argue is better, so maybe you're on to something, but just because he's famous better doesn't mean he's the best. The best picker may be completely unknown and never touch YouTube or Reddit, you know what I mean? McNally is a open as quickly as possible kind of guy. Yeah, you're probably right, Nico. I bet some old picker who does it for fun in his basement. He might have used to been a cat burglar, doubtful. Used to been a locksmith, possible. But he's probably just some old fugger who likes to sit around picking locks that nobody's ever heard of. Or her, as you said. Respect to the women who pick. I know at least one who's a bad female when it comes to picking, and I'm pretty sure you all know who I'm talking about. So I'm not going to cheesily name drop her, but we all know who I'm talking about. She is a beast. Well, we got Terrafon T in the house. What's up, T? I'm just doing a little scrubbing and downward picking on this Yale Euro here, sir. We're still using the crappiest technology known to man. I'm on a payphone right now. This isn't even a cell phone. This is not even a cell phone. It just looks like one. This is a payphone. I'm actually coming to you live from 1995. I managed to figure out time travel, but not lockpicking. Anyway, all I'm doing here is attempting to play around with something to humble myself. I've had too many recent victories, and I've been wanting to experiment with some toys that I have not played with yet, instead of the same old ones that I've been kicking ass on. So, we're trying at the moment. I'm good with adapting. I think I know enough about picking at this point that I can get good at this. I tried to tell you, this is 1995, Conky. I'm not coming to you from the moon landing, but this is 1995. I'm actually hooked up in a cafe to a payphone right now. I gotta get off here and put some more quarters in a second. We will have Wi-Fi in the laptop back soon, and when I get to Florida, I will go to McDonald's and pick if I have to, guys. So I'll have Wi-Fi at the place I'm staying, but seriously, I won't be in a hole in the mountains in the middle of a rainstorm with an approaching Category 5 hurricane off of the East Coast. I will be closer to some hurricanes, but anyway. Yeah, the multi-locks are everywhere right now, Decipher. You're right about that. I would like to get myself a multi-lock junior as well and play around with it. I just got into playing around with dimples and stuff, though, so that's probably a little above my weight class, but I've got 2 purple belt SFIC best cores that I'll play around with when I'm good and ready. I figured that I had so many euros and locks from England, thanks to some of my friends, that I would try some of that stuff before I went too far into the game. I'm in no hurry to make purple right now, guys. I was hoping to be blue belted by Christmas, and yes, exactly, a jack. Get even my bests open by Christmas at this rate. I haven't even touched one of them. I actually didn't have them until about a week or 2 ago. Thank you again to Troy for sending me a big lovely package of goodies, and that was part of it. So I will get to those. Yeah, I'm ahead of schedule, Brett Sucks. I'm 3 months in. I've made it to blue belt, and the last victory was a 90A Pro. The 90A Pro, I told you I did not open it up. I did not progressive pin it. I don't care how other people pick or what they do. I've progressive pinned 1 lock before. It was an A1100. I did pick it before I progressive pinned it, by the way. I picked it twice before. No, 3 times before I progressive pinned it. I actually didn't progressive pin it to win. I progressive pinned it to learn. And I went back to using a practice lock, Slimline Euro, grubbed, with some Sparrows pins to teach myself feel better. And I've had much better results since. So it was really good for me to read some and practice on some stuff that I could set up for myself. Yeah, I've not bricked anything yet, Decipher. I can see why an Ace of 600 with progressive pin would do that. I take that back. I have an A1100 that's sort of bricked right now. But it's a weird brick, okay? What I did was over-tighten the stupid faceplate screw under the shackle. Only I could pull that one off. But anyway, I'm going to have to basically side cutter grind the shackle screw head off to get it back open and put a new core. Since it's a 12-hour lock, I normally wouldn't care, but for good content and fun, get some tools in my hand. I will use the Dremel that I'm working on getting right now from a friend to grind that open. We'll all get to see that. Then I'll put another kick cylinder back in it, because the one I've got's got a halfway broken key. Didn't have the C-clip on it. Yeah, I could see how that would be a problem. I almost did the same thing to the challenge lock I was messing with last night when I went to reassemble it. I screwed up with the key pins out, flipped it over, and it tried to fire all of the Bible pins in and lock them down. Fortunately, it is one that has a removable Bible cover, so I was able to dump them all back out of the top and save my own ass without shimming it. But yeah, I make mistakes too, guys. I've had to replace 2 springs. I have an 1100 that won't open. It happens, guys. But I'm not afraid of gutting things, and that is part of the game, guys. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to screw stuff up. And you're going to learn the most from when you do that stuff. So don't be scared. Just buy some parts and have a good time. Every time you pick something, gut it down. Have a good time seeing what the hell was in there. That's what I like to do. I feel like it's part of the process. It's just like hunting for a deer, guys. Whenever you finally get that kill, you got to gut her down. Right on the spot. Field dress that mother. A lock is the same way. For me, anyway. Not really that important to me. A lot of people seem to think it is for some reason, but if you saw me take it apart, you already know what's going back together. Just hit the rewind button and watch it go back together. That's what you can do. Exactly, GK man. Poop happens. Poop happens, guys. You're going to screw up, and you're going to learn the most when you do screw up. So go ahead and make some mistakes. Get messy and learn something. You bricked a metric shitload of Schlag and quickset cores from gutting them before you knew what you were doing. Well, Terraphon, I bet you learned a lot while you were doing that, though, didn't you? And I bet you're really good at doing it now. So it just further proves the point that I'm after here. That's how we get better. Exactly, Decipher. Gots to have some spare parts. I got springs. I got pins for literally every size except a pack lock right now. I've got Schlag, I got Quickset, and I got American Abyss Master. So I can cut me some new pins if I need. I got springs. I got shims. I always shim because the one time I didn't, I ate a spring in my S1100. I actually fired everything in there. It's exactly right, GK man. If nothing goes wrong, you learn nothing. You just got lucky. That's what happened. It's not all skill. You just got lucky sometimes. You'll screw up eventually. Nobody's perfect. And the more you rush or get distracted by something, the more it'll happen. Have a spare 98 core pro because of a mistake you made. Yeah, well, that's where I'm at. I have a whole spare bunch of A1100 parts because I only had one pin stack in the one that I froze up. All the other 4 pin stacks are in one of those springs to fix my S1100. But I've got to fix it back together once I rip it open. Definitely, Terraphon. When I get to the point of inner and outer springs, pins, I'm definitely going to need some advice from some of you guys. So, we will be there soon. I have got some black flags from Sparrows that Georgia Jim sent me. Thanks again to him for that. So I do have flags to play with. I have 2 dimple locks right now. One of them MrHppy sent me. It's sitting on the table over here. It's not a super hard one. It's just for me to get my feel. Matt's Lock Shop. A little late as usual. That's cool. I like to be fashionably late too. And you certainly missed nothing. I was just warming up and crashing my signal a bunch of times. So you surely didn't miss anything. But welcome. I'm glad you're here. Getting ready to try another different type of pick on this thing. We might even see what a little skinny Reaper 1 that I used for SPP and those Berserker does inside of this English lock. This Yale Euro here. I've tried tensioning it both directions, and I've tried raking it. It's not really keen on opening just yet, but I'm starting to get the feel for this downward pick a little bit. And I will find my way into this thing. Snake rake? Yeah, I do, Brett. I got a southward one. You want me to try the snake rake on it? I do got a snake rake. I've also got a couple of other doubles that are halfway decent. But the snake rake, like a true snake rake, I got a southward one. Let's make sure the snake hump goes down like a bottle. Let's give that a try. Brett sucks. Oh, Snake likes Euros? I'm learning already. That's why I wanted to make sure you were here for the Euro fun, Brett. I figured you had plenty of experience with them, and who better to teach me about Euro pick locking or lock picking than my buddy Brett sucks. Let's Try tensioning it that way. Hey, Elroy's. I knew you were here. I just wanted to say what's up because I saw you commenting. Oh, I'm definitely going to let you know about the DD locks too, Elroy's. I still have the DD that I bought from D&P on standby. And now that I am blue belted up, all of that stuff's coming soon. That's why I'm playing with Euros now. That's why I've got my dimple stuff lined up. And as soon as I get a nice DD lock to work on, I think my buddy Aaron was telling me to try out a Zarker. I think he said a Zarker was a good DD that he was working on right now. He just got into that. He might need some of your help too, Elroy's. Aaron's a great guy. I don't know if he's still in the chat right now, but he was here earlier. And I know he's working on one of those right now. He just started his disc detainer journey a little bit, so he might need a little to each other if they can help each other. So why not mention to you guys that each other are helpful on the same subject. Cheap Amazon one just to get the feel down, but not acrylic, right, Elroy's? Like a real one, a cheap real one. I'm hoping that you don't mean an acrylic. I really don't want to have to use an acrylic even to try again on something new. I hated it on even learning to rake or single pin. Those acrylic locks are just trash to me, man. So I'm really hoping that you know of a cool Amazon dimple, or I'm sorry, disc that I can play around with. I've got a cheaper dimple lock to play with. It's only like a 4-pin MrHppy sent me. And then I've got a bike lock that's a U-lock. It's not a kryptonite though, but I will try that out. Let's rock the snake a little bit. Rock the snake. Rock the snake. Cheaply made as hell. Next step forward after purple DDs, you have an $8 Chinese DD padlock. You've only spent 45 minutes total on it. A J-Bow 40mm. Oh yeah, that sounds Chinese as a mofo, El. Sounds about right. I can't pronounce it, and it's got a lot of Chinese food looking words in it. We'll definitely give that a check out, Elroy's, and I appreciate you offering your assistance, sir. Always appreciate some upper level assistance from my friends. So thank you guys. See, Terraform's got the same. I gotta get back to the wife and get back to the garage, or I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. So yeah, I definitely will get my Chinese lock on and see what that's all about. We'll definitely give that a try. Yep, I'm gonna try it, Brett. I was thinking the same thing. I was just flipping my turner the other way. We will try the snake the other way. I had it with the big hump down, but it's got that other, little hump if you flip it over. Oh, I'm out of frame. There we go. So yeah, let's give that a try. I can feel like I'm a little tall in there, and I think they're a little lower, so maybe it will work better with the small side down. Oops, my turner's trying to sneak out of there. I might need to go back to the other way. It was sitting in there a little better the other way. Yep, it sits in this Yale a little better on this side like a lefty, so since we're upside down, that's probably why. This is where I would be if I was naturally picking it my way, so makes sense. Makes sense. J-Bow feels like it's made from toilet paper. It's actually pretty solid. Sloppy on the inside. Not something you would lock up your valuables with, right? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can go ahead and make it, for sure.
I'll give you a quick update. 3-3 in the third quarter. The Ducks were about to score. Penn State punching the ball.
Punch it. I've seen the round one too. I haven't got my way into pagodas yet. My boy Scooby was showing me those many, many moons ago when I first was making good buddies with him. That's what he was playing around with. And I think Sufficient played with them too. Easily acquirable red belt lock. Go, guys. Nico wants to know an easily acquirable red belt lock, if such a thing exists, guys. So, if any of you have a tip on easily acquiring a red belt, there you go, Nico. The ASA 6000. ASA. I don't know how the Swedes like to pronounce that, guys. I'm not an expert enunciator. Lock Bazaar? Yep, there you go. Alright, Elroy's Toys, thanks for stopping by, brother. We're always happy to have you here at Mountain Mick, brother. You can jump on my restream with me sometime, too. But I'll definitely be checking you out for some private lessons on figuring out how the hell to use the DD. I'll take some. A Ruko 600 with gin pins. Ooh, that sounds nasty. I've seen both of those locks recently. I didn't realize they were red belts. I saw a Ruko picked on UK Coliseum just the other day. It was a nasty looking little bugger. Red with gins, purple with barrels. Good to know. I was wondering what they did to divide those up. See, you guys don't give Brett Sucks enough credit out there in the real world. You need to listen up. Sucks actually knows what he's talking about. 9 out of 10, maybe 11. And I've seen enough of your picking to know that it's not just MrHppy. I'm getting text from him right now, guys. But if I can be Sparrow thing in there, maybe, but I doubt it. Yeah, I think this one's just a little wee bit too big. I'd have to go back to top of, or in this case, bottom of keyway. Let me try going back to bottom of keyway and see if my Sparrow's pick can fit in here properly or not. I'm not sure if it will, but I'm about to find out. Never afraid, never afraid. Oh, actually, I can feel a little bit in there. Maybe it will work. CMFXA. Yeah, I've heard a lot about them recently, Decipher. I have heard a lot about them lately, Decipher. I saw a post on Reddit where somebody got a bunch of those flash sale locks from them, I think. It was a pretty good haul. I think I just saw Mr. Yeah, we got MrHppy now. About 10 times, MrHppy. So all you missed was horrible video audio quality that you would have hated. And I'm sitting here taking a little coaching from my man Brett Sucks on how to pick a Euro cylinder. It's one of the Yales. I think it's actually might be the one you sent me. I believe it is. I believe this is the one you sent me, MrHppy. So yeah, I'm having no luck with it so far. I've tried a little bit of raking and scrubbing. I've tried a little bit of downward picking. I decided that since it was a Euro lock, I was going to pick it in the down position because I need to learn some downward picking, and what better way to do it? Yeah, I figured you did. Yeah, the terrible audio and video quality continues, MrHppy. It is a freaking nightmare for me. But believe me when I say, we're actually at least getting a regular signal right now. I fully dropped signal to the point it asked me if I was wanting to try again or end the stream about 10 times. I shite you not. It was a full-blown nightmare of signal before you got here, sir. So, we're actually doing really well considering. Oh, don't talk to me about counter-milling, MrHppy. I don't even... That's a nightmare in and of itself, and I'm sure it's going on in here. I don't know how to deal with it either, sir. I just put the tools in there and keep going until something happy happens. You know what I mean? I don't look at keys, and I don't ask what's inside. Those are all death sentences to my brain. I just prefer to not know. It's one big riddle box. I just change tools and wait until I find a way to feel it, and then I pick it. Like, I haven't made it far enough to hit any counter milling yet, MrHppy. I'm not sure I've set a single pin yet. I have been tickling the hell out of them. I can feel a little bit in there, MrHppy, but it's definitely not what I'm used to. And since I'm picking in a downward, it's way different for me. I'm definitely having to learn trial by fire. But that's the best way for me. I don't want to go back and play around with master locks upside down. I want to play with a real Euro and pick it downward. Yeah, I did float a lot on the challenge lock last night, Brett Sucks. So as long as I've got a snug enough turner, MrHppy's the same way. I know. We were talking about this earlier. We are both at the point in our picking where we can float with one if it's snug enough. I have not tried doing proper two top of and bottom of keyway, two turner float, but I do know how to back it up a little, which is what I'm kind of messing around with. You can see my turner bouncing down here. I've actually got my fingers on it, and I've got one on each side. Here, let me lift it so you can see it. I'm actually on it like this, so I can twerk it back and forth a little bit. That is why it's moving around like that. It's not the pins, it's me. I'm trying to see what I feel. But yeah, I actually had to float that one last night a little bit because he did what I believe is called cross milling, where you've got that nice drill out across the top of the hole. So the pin sits in there, and if it's, Jesus, MrHppy, it's coming back, man. I'm losing and flashing again now, dude. Happy, I don't want you to see this nightmare. We've made too many improvements since you started watching for me to make you suffer through what you're having to see right now. Trench traps. There you go, Brett Sucks. Thank you. I wasn't sure what they referred to that as, but yes, it's definitely a deep trap, and the pin falls into it as you get it set up in there. And especially a spool already likes to roll over when it catches the shear. So when it's got a funky ditch dug in the shear line, it can go really, really deep. So I had to float it up out of there. I couldn't push it. There was no way to push it up out of there. I had to float it just to get it up over the lip. And I imagine that a gin is a little bit like that. I've never had to deal with one yet, but I'm told that's kind of what happens there. The little lip catches on the counter milling, and you've got to sneak it back up around it. Otherwise, you'll be trapped there forever. Or you can just start over. I don't like starting over. I like backing up a little bit and dropping a pin if I have to, letting the spring throw it back out. But I really hate to start all the way over if I don't have to. I'm not sure which one of the... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a double-sided turner, Nico. That's pretty similar to what I'm using here. This is a Reaper double-sided. And the one out of my FNG is very similar to what you're talking about. It's probably the same one. I don't know what they put in the Apex. It's not saying that it's not good, but I've got a lot of other stuff over here. And my Reapers with my 44 Delta handles and the turners that come with them, I'm firmly convinced that's the best they have to offer. If I wanted some bypasses, I'd probably get the Arbiter. I already have the FNG as well, so between the FNG and the Reaper, I'm pretty well set on all I care about from CI. Maybe they got some cool stuff besides that, but I'm currently not interested. That's just the truth. If you like it, please buy it. They're all great tools. I'm not trying to down them in any way. I'm just saying I'm a poor kid and they don't have anything else I want. Yep, Decipher, I agree on both. Except I will say that my Sparrows curve turners are the bomb diggity as well. And I think they make a good pair because they are longer. So if you like longer ones, get yourself a set of Moki ones. And you'll have super longhorn style ones. Or get yourself the longhorns from Southern Specialties. And then you'll have double-sideds like these in 4 sizes. Maybe I'll try one of those in a minute because the short one of the Reaper is not doing great. It varies from lock to lock. These Reapers that go in the top of keyway are fantastic flat bars as well. So basically, I use the Mokis for the Longhorns for double-sideds. And then I use the Reaper double-sideds for shorts. And then when it comes to flat bars, I like to use the Reaper flat bars for short ones. And I like to use my Sparrows for either the flats, which I use more often, honestly. This is a Sparrows flat from the cut in it. It works fantastic. And you also get the curved ones that are kind of ergonomic. They work good for me. MrHppy doesn't like them. It varies from person to person. He likes the angled L-shaped ones better, like Covert makes, ergo-wise. But I'm told that he just bent some of his own out of those, and I totally get it, man. Yes, Lockpicker's Bench does have a big shipment of Mokis coming, MrHppy. I've heard about that as well. I hope to work out a way to get myself a half diamond at very least, and another lime green handle. Maybe the 2 DeForest. I don't care if I get the DeForest as much, but I do want a half diamond. But the Gold Digger set that Professor got me with the extras is my favorite thing that I own, guys. So I'd probably also like the other flats like Brett was telling me about. They're a little skinnier and work good for something like what I'm working on here. Mokis are a little expensive. And yeah, Lockpicker's Bench is selling out of a lot of stuff quick, guys. And they're in Alaska. And let me just tell you guys ahead of time, if you've never ordered from them, they do have really good customer service and communication from what all I've heard from the people I know order from them. And my buddy ordered me some from them, so I know what to expect from the way the shipping works. It will claim that it's in Alaska the entire time until it gets to your door. So don't expect to see an update and see it working its way towards you. It's literally like they drop it out of a helicopter on your damn porch. I imagine the reason they don't update is because it really is on an airplane most of the way. But I don't know for sure. All I know is they come from Alaska. Yeah, it's definitely been known on Reddit and some of my inside sources that know the guys from Lockpicker's Bench have the same to me. They are getting a stash of Mokis and some other stuff in. MrHppy can confirm that it still says his order is in Alaska, even though it was supposed to be there yesterday. And MrHppy, I wouldn't be surprised if you get it Monday at this rate. And it'll say Alaska literally until it pops up at your door, then it'll say delivered. That's what you can expect. Anyway, that's what I would expect because I watched it myself. When Professor Stang ordered me the Mokis that I own, that's exactly what happened. It said Alaska until they were at my house. And then he knew because he got the, I'm fingers crossed for you too, MrHppy. I want you to have your sweet Moki stuff too, brother. We've been talking about some of that stuff today. You know I'm a big fan of the big lime green M. I would say that they're the nicest tools on the planet. And I would say, guys, that I hate to say it, but I'm beginning to believe that they may be not made much longer. I have no reason to believe that. Mick's not telling you it's a fact. I'm speculating 100%. I'm just saying that the way he's had to stop shipping to the U.S. already doesn't ship to the U.K. And the way that the stock has been going out real quick, decided to move on with his life. I hope not, because he makes some of my most favorite picks in the world, as I said. And if it does happen, I really hope that he sells it out to multi-pick or somebody over there. That's what I hope happens, guys. I would really love to always be able to still get those tools and to be able to recommend them to people who don't have them, because I love mine. And I think everybody, not who's brand new, but once they've had a few sets, I think everybody should experience what it's like to hold a quality handmade German uh, quality Moki tool and see what that's like. I think you'll really appreciate it after you get a little bit of picking under your belt. I think if you get it first out the gate, you'll be fine. My friend the professor has already got the minimalist kit. He loves it, dude, and he's a big fan of the Moki stuff too. He hasn't been picking for less time than me, so I'm not saying you have to wait. If you got the money to go ahead and get yourself a set of Moki right out the gate, go ahead and do so. But what I will say is be warned, you're going to love them. And the only thing that's ever going to be even close for you is a Jimmy Longs or maybe a Law Lock. I agree, Brett. I know you're a fan also. And Decipher, a bunch of people want the ACABs. I know Broke Picks has been wanting to get him a handful of those himself. And excuse me, they were made to do. I'm sure they work on other things. That's just what I've heard, is that they were designed for Kaba. So maybe one day I will get to see what that's like. Yep, I'm sorry about that, Conky. It really is me just rambling about how Kabas are what you're supposed to use ACABs on, and how I'm afraid Moki may be hanging it up from some of the signs that I'm seeing. But it's total speculation, and I really hope it's not true. And it's just me speculating. I haven't heard that from anybody. So don't run around and say, oh, Mick said that Moki's closing shop, guys. I love Moki. I support Moki. I actually would love to continue buying his tools forever. So all I am saying is I'm personally worried about them. I really hope that I can keep buying them in the future, and so can you. Man, I'm really having to swerve to get in this thing. This is what I'm having to do, Brett. You see this? I'm having to turn my way through to touch the pins. I'm making a little bit for a while, and now it's sucking me again. So I'll bear with it for a little longer, and if it keeps screwing around, I'm going to pull the plug on this one. And I know it's not easy to enjoy a live stream when it sucks this much. I appreciate all of you who have tried to hang in there and support Mick during this dark time of horrible 90s technology. I will be back stronger than ever with my Wi-Fi and my laptop and my high production restream very soon. Just give me a couple days, guys. Sorry about this. It's not something I choose, believe me. I think either I need something taller or shorter. I'm not getting the right height. I'm already at a 4 here. Let's see what you guys are talking about. My back's starting to hurt too from being hunched over this vise. Like many people, I have the wrong height chair going on here. I actually need to be just a little lower. You're probably right, MrHppy. They probably do cylinders Decipher. You would know better than me, brother. Well, I would have to say to that, Decipher, that I agree with your wife. This phone is only about a year old, but my wife helped me destroy it before giving it to me before I left state. It's actually a Florida phone, and we don't have Verizon very well up here in the middle of freaking nowhere in North Carolina. If I had Carolina West or T-Mobile, it would be better. That's cool, MrHppy. Logic's got a lot of good stuff going on. He definitely has some good advice to share. I was talking to him just yesterday. Me and him chit-chat around a little bit. Oh no, that's what I'm doing, MrHppy. What I'm doing is, here, let me turn so you can see a little better. What I'm trying to do is, there's that spot in the middle of Warden. There's no way in hell I can go from the top all the way down. So what I'm doing is, I'm trying to stay right against the middle. And if you'll watch the back of my pick, what I'm doing is twisting my way down in there this way, so that the pick itself is sneaking around down the bottom the way you're talking about. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just not good at it yet. As I said, there's a bit of a learning curve here because I've never picked this lock. I've never picked downward. Not much on picking Euro cylinders yet. Successfully a few times, but since I did my challenge lock that way last, I figured let's up the stakes. I've been opening too many locks, and I wanted to up the stakes and fail hard a little harder tonight. So mission accomplished. Not only does my signal suck, my lock is kicking my ass. So we're on the right track. Yes, it does sound like solid advice, doesn't it, MrHppy? We don't have Vodafone that I know of, Brett Sucks, but I have heard of it. Rural Georgia. Yeah, Verizon sucks when you're in the sticks, bro. I might as well have a Starlink. It's crazy, dude. Now, Spectrum actually works good out here as far as the Wi-Fi that I have. It's fantastic when it's actually on. And it does kick out sometimes. What's up, Labs? We're sitting here suffering through my horrible signal. We need you to go live so we can actually enjoy watching somebody who's got Wi-Fi. My shit's just horrible tonight, brother. But I am picking a Euro Yale. I'm just picking. I'm not opening it, that's for sure. But I wanted to give Mr. Brett Sucks and MrHppy some enjoyment tonight. So this is one MrHppy sent me. He's got the other half. And I'm attempting to just learn my way into downward picking. And it's just not easy. It's got a really nice tight Yale keyway that's paracentric. So I can't pick from all the way across the lock from the pins. I'm having to pick from the center and curve around. And I'm definitely having to use at least a 20 or a 19. A 15 will sneak down in there a little bit better, but it doesn't seem to give me the feedback as good. So I'm just college football on. My piece is almost starving. I haven't got anywhere yet with this Yale. I don't even know if you can hear me right now. I had to restart my damn stream for like the 20th time tonight. So, technical difficulties, difficult lock, hunger, dinner. MrHppy's going to have to wrap it up soon, is what I'm trying to say. So please, I'm begging you, give MrHppy some picking to watch and hang out in your live, guys. Somebody decide you want to go live. Let me drop a link or have somebody drop a link, and let's get the hell out of my terrible stream tonight. That's what I'm suggesting. I'm begging you to go live. And exactly like Brett says, you got to twist it in like an S shape to get down in there. I don't care to decipher as far as on my end. I'm getting ready to move back to Florida, brother. So this Verizon will work perfect there. Not to mention I have Metro T-Mobile down there on another phone as well. So I've never had this kind of issues. I'm in North Carolina with a mountain on one side, a river on the other side, and a prison behind me. So it's really a dead zone kind of area here, especially considering Verizon is miles from me. I'd have to drive about 40 minutes to be somewhere where it actually works right. Now up and down, up all the way at the top of the hill, it gets 5G, but it's not great. I'm at 4G 1 bar, okay? Where I couldn't even call you or text you. That's how it is over here. Oh, he's fantasizing about Brett Sucks, it looks like. He's been thinking about the British asshole he knows. That's got to be a Brett Sucks fantasy right there. Yeah, I think I might have set one or two, MrHppy, but not purposely. I'm just fiddling around right now. But yes, the mountain service, and it's pouring the rain tonight, so the clouds are not helping either. And as I said, I've got about a 800-yard drop from the road to where I'm at, and then behind me it goes downhill about another 200 yards, and then there's a creek. I'm literally at like the low water point here, and there's hill on both sides past that. So I'm in like a valley. If this was where I live, the top of this hand would be the road. The very bottom would be a river behind my house that's literally like, I'd be right here, guys. I'd be here. The road where the signal's at would be up here, and a river would be right here. That's where we're at. And in the other two directions, there's more mountain wall. So it really freaking sucks. It's not going to get any better. Yeah, there has been serious weather up here all day, and that freaking Humberto storm is turned into a Cat 5. I'm probably not going to get a whole lot of problems from that. I'm feeding it. So if they catch up to each other, it's going to turn into one of those George Clooney 2-storm situations. Not a perfect storm, but that's 3 of them. But anyway, it's going to be one of those infinity swirls where one storm feeds the other and they both get bigger, or they turn into one big one. Living in Florida for about 12 years, you get to learn a whole hell of a lot about how hurricanes work, since your entire life depends on it on a yearly basis. Anyway, guys, I'm getting ready to wrap up here in a second. I'm not going to keep picking right now. I will continue live and in videos to work on MrHppy's Yale. And I've got another one on deck that Troy sent me. This is the shiny one. We will call the other one the polished. We've got a shiny and a polished, guys. So the shiny one was MrHppy. The polished one probably has, yeah, I'm trying the harder one. See, guys, MrHppy sent me a 6-pin, and Troy sent me a 5-pin. So I'm actually trying the harder one right now. I probably have no business in, but hey, I'm stubborn and hard-headed and like to try hard new things, and I figured, what the hell? I've been winning too much lately, guys. I popped all of those green locks. I popped the blue lock. The only way I can make harder locks now is to use my English locks, my Euro locks, get some dimple locks going on, and go grab my best purples. So for right now, we're doing Euros. That's what I've got to offer you guys for fun. And you'll still see me pick the same lame-ass master locks as I warm up every time. Don't worry about that. They're not going anywhere. But yeah, I'm getting ready to pack it in, guys. My dinner's almost done. There's still a little bit of football left. I've also got a couple. Damn it, man. Let me get a light there. Thank you. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you tonight, guys. To the 2 people still here, thank you. To everybody who's gone already, again, thank you guys as well. I know that the numbers lie all the time anyway, so maybe more of you are here. I don't know. It's not important. What is important is you guys showed up. I appreciate everybody showing up. Thank you, Brett Sucks, for all your assistance. And I will continue to be working on some good Euro locks and English locks, Brett. So as always, you're welcome to come help me out. You're always welcome here at brettsucks.com.orgasm. So don't let anybody tell you different. Mountain Mick loves you, brother. Decipher, thank you for stopping by, sir. To all my other friends in the Chiznat, I love you all. Mountain Mick's happy that you all stopped by. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. I will be back stronger and with better signals soon. I appreciate everybody bearing with me through the hard times. You guys have been fantastic for putting up with me, so thank you for that. MrHppy, always a pleasure to have you here, sir. I told you we'd still be Yale picking when you got here. And pretty soon I'll also be showing this, guys. This is the second challenge lock from Mr. Andrew Goss. I have not picked on it yet, so I will be picking on it probably the next time you see me. And I will come back to these Euros and slay on them too, especially if I get this one open. So that's all I got at the moment. Some football there somewhere. Dean's always doing his thing, jockeying it up. Later to MrHppy and Brett Sucks. I love both of you guys very much, as I love all of you guys out there in Vox Sport land. That's pretty much it, guys. We'll try to improve in the future. I'll be back with the laptop, some killer locks, and we'll have a good time and get back to business as usual. So, to everybody out there, Mountain Mick loves you. Shaka Zulu on out of here. This is about the part where Mick's going to hit the big red button. I'll see you guys and whoever goes live later, or we'll just chit-chat in the dog pack. Woo! Thank you, GK, man. Have a great night as well, sir. I'll see you guys later. And red button. Yeah, I'm sure I want to stop. You've tried to cut me off multiple times. Why would I not want to stop now? Woof, MrHppy.